Hi everyone, it's Jay West with 5 a Day with Jay, and I'm talking about prayer on these little podcasts, 5-minute podcasts, and this is prayer point number 6. Can you believe it? We're on 6 already, and they're fantastic. And I'd just like to read Proverbs 13 verse 14 to you. The instruction of the wise is like a life-giving fountain. Those who accept it avoid the snares of death. So I don't know what you think about all this. I have, from time to time, had a few extra funds that I've invested in the stock market. And one time it happened where my mother had died. She left a small inheritance. We had given some offerings to various churches and ministries in the city, and we used some of it to do a little remodeling at our house. And I just thought that at that time Facebook was going to come on the stock market. And I remember when Google came on the stock market that it just soared. It went way up and people made a lot of money. And I was like, it was a good investment. So I thought, I'm going to invest in Facebook. And the Lord, I prayed about it, and God spoke to me, said, don't do it. It's going to plummet like a rock. And I was like, what? That can't be. Facebook is so popular at that time. It's going to do really, really well. And I prayed again, and God said the same thing. Don't invest in Facebook. You'll be sorry. It's going to drop. Well, I said, what should I invest in? I've got this little bit of extra cash. And the Lord said, invest in Casey's General Store, which is a convenience store across the Midwest and growing rapidly. And so I went to my stock guy, and he said, yeah, it looks like a great stock. Let's go ahead and invest in that. And so I invested in Casey's, and it began to slowly go up. And then Facebook, when they launched, I don't know if you remember this or not, but the first week or two that Facebook launched, it dropped like a rock. Mark Zuckerberg, who owned Facebook, lost millions and millions of dollars. And for whatever reason, God knew in advance. And this scripture verse is so pertinent. The instruction of the wise is like a life-giving fountain. Those who accept it avoid the snares of death. I'd have been so sad to invest my little measly few $100 in the stock and have lost it all, but God warned me in advance and was enabled me to invest it wisely in something that's far better. And another time I was jogging, the Lord just interrupted my jogging and said, buy STX stock. STX is an abbreviation for Seagate Technologies, but I didn't know that at the time. I didn't even know what Seagate Technologies was. In fact, it was based right here in Omaha for a season. And so I just decided to do it based on the previous thing with Casey's and Facebook. I invested in STX. And for a long time, STX didn't do very well. But more recently, STX has soared and split and soared and split and soared, which meant I now have multiple shares of STX, and it's doing really, really well. And it's helping to fund my ministry. And God knew in advance. And so it's like a life-giving fountain. If you'll just pray. If you just pray over everything, trust God with your investments. Trust God with how you invest your money, whether it's at the bank or the stock market or in gold or in real estate, whatever it is you're doing to invest your money to have a little nest egg at the end, when you retire someday, or however that works for you. Just be trusting God with your jobs and pray, pray, pray. So I'm going to pray for all of you right now, even for your acquisitions. If you're going to buy a car, if you're going to buy a boat, if you're going to buy a nice vacation, whatever it is, that you get the best possible choice out there. So Father, I pray for each person watching today that they would receive instructions from you, like Proverbs 13 says, the instructions of the wise is like a life-giving fountain. I pray that fountain splashes over onto them and just touches their life, and they make great decisions for great acquisitions or new jobs or investments or whatever they're going after, that they are entirely and sincerely blessed by you in the process. Father, I know you can do it. I know you want to do it. I know your word says it. And so we're going to believe that it's the best possible outcome for all of us. So thank you so much for watching today, and we'll see you next time on 5 a Day with Jay. Bye-bye.